Cauliflower. So here's our cauliflower. Now the first thing we want to make sure of is that there's no bruised or blemished florets and that the leaves are not wilted. When I turn my cauliflower over, we can locate the root, which is what we want to remove. Now you never want to slice the cauliflower in half, vertically or horizontally, unless you're making cauliflower steaks. When coring the root, we want to hold the paring knife by the blade for more leverage and control. We don't want to hold it by the handle as it can bend and become unstable. We want to hold it by the base of the blade and begin to make a deep incision all the way around the root, similar to our cabbage. And here we revealed the inner root, so we'll go ahead and remove that also. As you may have noticed, I'm turning the cauliflower more than I am the knife. And just like that, the florets become unraveled. I'll reserve this excess for a vegetable stock, and as you can see, each larger floret has its own root system, and the more we cut around that root, the smaller our florets become. And these little florets are perfect for placing in a batter and frying. Also, keep these roots, they're great for purees or in a stock. Another method is to keep it as is. However, you always want to trim off the bottom stem. And there's our beautiful floret. We can also slice thinly, which is perfect to fry and use as a garnish or include raw in a Mediterranean salad. Another method is to slice in half, toss in olive oil, and roast face side down in a 400-degree oven. To make thin slices of our cauliflower, we want to slice where the stem is located and not outside of it. And here we are. These are like little trees, great to fry and use as a garnish or serve underneath a sauce or vinaigrette after roasting. And that is how you break down cauliflower.